This is Alex from Mindful Attraction, your reformed toxic person, where I'm going to teach you guys what men think when they start missing you more. Okay. Now, because I used to be toxic, it makes me feel like I'm qualified to talk about this topic. So sit back, relax. You're not going to hell because today I'm going to show you guys what goes on in the mind of a man. All right. Let's begin with the video. If you guys want to work with me one on one, go to mindfulattraction.org and I'll show you guys exactly how to make a guy miss you. And no, you're not going to hell. Okay. Because I pray all the time. So let's begin. Like, so the first thing is this is that there are two ways you get a guy to miss you. One, if it's natural, meaning you don't do any manipulation tactics, you don't do any evil shit, right? You don't do any Bronx mode type of strategies. And usually they usually realize that they miss you in the morning. Like when there's no manipulation going on, it's usually in the morning when they wake up and they're like, "Oh shit, I miss this person." It's in the morning. Why? Because when you dream, you usually go through your day. So if you had a tough day and you go to sleep and you wake up feeling good, that's because in your dream you literally replayed the day and you reconciliated those memories and emotions. Like you sort of process the day in your dream. And then when it comes to love, you process, or better yet, you almost like think about and come to conclusions about this person in your dream. And then you wake up and you're like, oh my God, I like this person. Or you wake up and you're like, I don't like this person. That happens a lot, right? So it's usually in the morning. So the next thing is that if it's evil shit, if it's going to hell stuff, if it's Bronx mode energy, then they'll feel it in the daytime. Whenever that he notices you're not acting compulsively, that you're not needy and creepy. He notices they usually text him at 12, at 3, at 5, and then he notices that's not happening. Then he'll be like, oh, what's going on? So if a guy starts missing you in the daytime, that's a sign that you're applying some strategies, right? Right? Or his insecurities are building up. It wasn't really natural what was happening. It was more his insecurities, right? So maybe he feels insecure, or maybe he had a tough day, and then he thinks of you, right? And then all of a sudden he starts missing you as a result of it, right? Or maybe you don't text him at 12 p.m. and then he's like, oh, what's going on? And if he's insecure enough, it'll create a wildfire of emotions, right? So in the daytime is when that usually happens. So the first thing that guys think is that they get a little depressed. Like literally, they start to get depressed when they start missing you more because he's realizing that you're distant. Maybe you don't send them that good morning text. Maybe you don't send them that afternoon text. Maybe you cancel a date and you've been acting cold the next few days. It usually comes with a sense of depression, right? And also, it might come with them smoking more weed if they smoke weed, doing more crack if they smoke crack, drinking more, right? Or if they play sports, they might go out and play more sports and try to get distracted because the feeling sucks, right? So realizing that, or sometimes they realize it when they're taking a shower. They're like, "Holy shit!" Lately, Quintisha hasn't been showing interest. Lately, Sarah hasn't been showing interest. Lately, Hillary hasn't been showing interest. And that literally sucks the blood out of your body, and you just feel depressed, right? So then that's one thing, which is good. Fuck it, right? If they're gonna suffer, at least suffer in your absence. The next thing is that if it affects their memories, right? Why is that? Well, before we continue, people, don't forget, by the way, there's a free gift. I wrote a book, an audio book, and an ebook. I have it for you guys in the description down below. It's about how to get a guy to chase you so that you don't have to do all the work. Where the guy will start chasing you rather than you chase them. You can click on the description down below to get it. It's a free gift for you guys. So check it out. And if you don't like it, man, just unsubscribe. By you subscribing, you're also going to subscribe to my newsletter. So the next thing is that it affects their memories, right? The hippocampus, like the amygdala, when it's overly active, it messes with your hippocampus, their memory system, and it either affects the way affects your recall, meaning you won't be able to remember events, or it'll change. And it'll change memories. Memories are very malleable, especially when you're depressed. So what he saw and interpreted as you being needy and creepy, he'll see it as taking you for granted. He'll be like, "Oh my God, I took this beautiful girl for granted. Why did I do that? Why didn't I treat her the right way?" Right? That's what happens, and which is a good thing for you, right? And that changes. That's why I say sometimes creating distance makes your needy, creepy behavior, which I also do, change from neediness to self-esteem, from neediness to you being brave enough to show love, right? The problem is that you got to control this compulsive behavior. Check out that meditation retreat. It's called Dhamma.org. It's free. Or check out my course, Emotional Mastery. Click on the description down below. Do any of them. Or read the book, The Power of Now. Do I have it right here? I always have it here. No. Yeah, or read the book The Power Now, or if you unfortunately have any addictions, tackle those addictions because it dysregulates your emotions. Or focus on eating better. Literally, eating better changes your mood and sleeping better. I'm not even kidding. That's what I've done. Like look at my face, people. I don't know if you guys remember. Like I've been eating well, eating a lot of vegetables, eggs, whole foods, no processed meat. I'm not drinking. I'm not smoking weed, and my emotions have just. I felt so much better before, right? So he'll start to have memories of you, and he'll think of the gift you gave him, and he was like, "Oh, that was so fast." Now he'll be like, "Oh my God, I took this girl that loved me. I took it for granted," which benefits you. Next thing is that they're unable to be in the present moment. The pain of missing you is so intense that they're going to use thoughts and fantasies, mental images and movies in their minds and memories as a way to escape. They're using escape. They're using their memory of you to escape reality through thinking of you and thinking about the worst case scenario that maybe you found somebody else. Maybe that personal trainer is not your personal trainer. Maybe you're like, wait a minute, why is all of a sudden she every time she comes back from her training lesson with Tyrone, she feels happy. Why is he giving her a discount? Like he'll start your unavailability will start to do all the dirty work for you, right? So by the way, hit the like button, people. Y'all watch this video and you guys don't hit the like button. Hit the like button, or I'm closing the channel. It's important because YouTube recommends the video to more people. I'm gonna start my videos telling you guys to do that from now on. They'll start thinking about you, and they'll start to think of worst case scenario. That's why I tell you guys, you don't have to make a guy jealous. Just create distance, right? Because when you create this is my toxic smile. When you create distance, anything, oh, I want to make him jealous. Don't worry about it. Just create distance, and he'll find something to be jealous about. He'll like trust me, it'll do the dirty work for you. You don't have to inherit any bad karma through this. The next thing is that they'll start to think catastrophically about never finding someone else like you. Even though that's not true, because like I'm not insulting you guys, but you know what I'm saying. Like it's usually an illusion, right? Because the brain is resistant change. Humans don't like change. It's a foretaste of death. It's something that humans are uncomfortable. They like to see the same thing all the time. It calms the human spirit. But when you start pulling away, when you start creating distance, that when he'll start the reason why he misses you is because a part of him feels like I'll never find a girl like this. Well, maybe he'll never find. The thing is that there is some truth to it. The problem is that the brain creates a sense of family when you like someone. There's a feeling that you're family when I like you. That people just don't want to get out of that. It's almost like you're in bed and it's cold outside and you don't want to get out. That's how it is. You got to take him out. And like a baby being birthed, you cry. It's a natural thing. But that's the reason why that's one of the reasons why men start missing you more. That's what they think when they start to miss you. But be warned, it's temporary. If you leave him long enough, that feeling of familiarity or chemical reactions in the brain, it'll eventually fade away. Unless he represses those feelings with drugs and alcohol, and he'll have a hard time getting over you. Next one and last one is that they'll start to think romantically about how to get you back. When they start to miss you, it usually comes with romantic feelings. That's why when a guy doesn't isn't romantic, he doesn't miss you enough. It's just that simple. Romanticism is the source of romanticism is insecurity and uncertainty. You use romantic gestures to get a certain reaction, a literally certainty reaction from the person to validate your insecurity. So if they're not being consistent with you, by the way, I got this hat because my God, like my hair was getting so big that it couldn't fit. So it's got like just pop out my head, right? Oh my God, by the way, it looks like a rooster. Shut up. I don't look like a rooster. So they'll start to think of you romantically and importantly, act romantically. So you might see Juan in the mariachi band outside. He might give you that gift. He might take you to that restaurant. He might start to give you everything you wanted. Why? Because insecurity inspires that. People pleasers are what? Insecure people. I'm an insecure person. If I like you, like me, I go to the study group and I want people to like me. So I draw people because I'm insecure. So I give them drawings of them as they're listening. Because I like to draw when I'm listening because I get distracted, but also because I want people to like. So my general insecurity is to give to people, to give my drawings, to take photos of you, right? to give it to you so that you could give me that smile and I feel better about myself, right? But if I don't do that, it's because I feel like I have you. Remember, I used to be toxic. I'm reformed. So now, because of that, I don't have to be needy. I don't have to do anything for you. Most likely you're being too over validating and you got to pull away a little bit, girl. All right. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. By the way, people, let me show you guys um how to work with Father Alex, because a lot of you guys ask me, Father Alex, how do I work with you? Well, I always talk about how to do that. How is it possible that we got to talk about this again? But you know what? Father Alex is a very patient person. Remember, we're coming up with a new course. It's called the Commitment Formula. Now, what's a commitment formula? The commitment formula is a course that I created to inspire commitment in a guy. Literally, if you're in situations where you don't know where you stand, if you struggle going from boyfriend to girlfriend, if you struggle going from not transitioning, if you struggle going from single to boyfriend, or even from boyfriend to married, like my strategies have gotten people married. And look, I might have to tell people to give me those testimonies, man, or even their kids, because I've gotten messages of people, and when I talk to them in real life, like the other day, I had somebody who was co-hosting a podcast, and she said, "I have a kid because of you." Like a bunch of them. So even though I'm a reformed toxic, I'm also somebody who can help you with that. Right. So click on the description down below. Pre-order it. It's not out yet. Okay. Pre-order it right now by clicking on the description down below. It's gonna come out by the end of January. And if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, you guys can check out the prices here. And look, I'm good. I'm good at my job. Okay. I've seen all the situations. Okay. We don't need 3 hours. Right. These the reason why I have these times is because that's all I need. Just trust Father Alex, and I got you. And look, if you don't like any of it, my coaching calls or my courses, just get your money back. I'm not gonna report you. Just get your money back. I'm one of the most honest creators out there. Trust me, man. There's a lot of great testimonies out there. Let me see if they put the testimonies there. Um, what you learn inside the commitment formula. Um, Yeah. And like I said, there's a 30-day money back guarantee, not 14 days, people. Sorry about that. We got to get that fixed. Anyways, see you guys later. Take care.